Social housing in Ibiza by RipollTizon Estudio de Arquitectura in Eivissa, Spain. The building is located on the border between the residential area of the marina of Ibiza and an area of floodable and cultivated land. The urban context presents a heterogeneous and poorly characterized panorama, where leisure and tourist buildings coexist with residential blocks and holiday apartments. A landscape without apparent order resolved from isolated volumes of disparate images. The aim is to escape from what the immediate surroundings represent and build a building whose identity is linked to the climate and way of life of the island, just like popular architecture does. We look at the Ibizan Paisa houses as an example of architecture that responds to the place: white walls and controlled openings with sun protection, porches, and shaded spaces. Constructions that are perceived volumetrically as a sum of concatenated pavilions, due to their growth over time according to the spatial needs of those who inhabited them. This way of building by stacking, adding modules according to the programmatic needs of a house is taken as a reference and starting point for the development of the proposal. To comply with the urban regulations, the building must be inscribed in a pyramidal envelope whose contour is determined by its height and distance from the party walls. Some of the pyramid-shaped buildings in the area owe their existence to this. The built volume approximates as much as possible to that maximum envelope in order to create a void in the heart of the building. An interior space is generated that breathes in several directions through linked openings, courtyards, and porches while organizing the communal areas, circulation, relationships, and access to the surrounding homes. Due to the existence of the water table, very close to the surface, and in order to avoid excavations and underground floors, the parking is located on the ground floor. A total of 19 homes are distributed among the 5 upper floors, all of them having a minimum of 2 different orientations, which guarantees proper lighting, sun exposure, and natural cross-ventilation. The building has an excellent energy rating, A. It is built by stacking, adding one home on top of another, seeking to obtain a final ensemble that is porous and permeable to light and breeze. A housing system is developed and a systematic grouping of rigid unit types is avoided. The housing typology is generated from a basic module of square measurements, living dining kitchen, to which other smaller modules are attached, extension module for the living room or modules that contain bedrooms and wet areas. The different combinations of these modules according to the number of required bedrooms generate the catalog of homes used to build the building. The proposed system, strict in the laws that govern it, gives rise to a versatile typology of homes that allows the different units to adapt to the intended particular situations, without giving up the standardization of solutions required by the development of social housing.